I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you.
This is me calling an audible, and mostly because I want to watch another creator's take on this particular video. So, as you guys know, if you've been a long time watcher, viewer of the channel, I actually responded a lot to It's a Gundam's review of the weekly episodes of She-Hulk, and it got to a point where, like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people would tune in and just be mad because I'm showing it, to a point where he actually did not do a recap of motherfucking the last episode of the season finale of She-Hulk, last episode season finale, and it was just like hilarious because this motherfucker literally was just like, he was just whining because She-Hulk was She-Hulk, and even though most of the shit that he complained about, even though he's a comic book fan, was the shit they did in the comics, especially the early iterations of the comics, it was oh, they went woke, now they go broke, and well, we know It's a Gundam is a chronic incel, chronic lonely, sorry, sad son of a bitch that even called himself laughing at somebody he saw and he knew was getting verbally abused by their boyfriend because she looked a little bit on the heavy side. And yeah, I actually have a video on my channel where he said that shit. But let's see how he's upset that Dan Slott and is upset about soy or some bullshit when it comes to She-Hulk. Let's go.
She-Hulk, the worst thing the MCU has given us. It was like the COVID of streaming shows. Not only
some will say the Eternals was the worst thing. Some people say certain other shows was the worst thing. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Look, it was a show. Was it funny? Was it Ally McBeal meets superheroes like they claimed it would be? Yes. But, you know, these motherfuckers aren't happy with that. They wanted something different than what was promised for some reason.
did it zap my will to live, but I had to pay them to do it. Now I know how it feels to hire dominatrix. She reads me the script from She-Hulk, slaps me in the face, and calls me a filthy bigot. Listen, the show was so bad that I quit my last review halfway through.
Told you guys, told you. He was so butthurt that a strong, powerful woman was on TV. And you know, the last episode was literally making fun of incels and internet commenters like, well, It's a Gundam. And he was just too pissed about it. But let's go.
Because I couldn't be bothered. It would have been smarter to cover the Rings of Power. It might have gotten more people to check out my channel. Do you see my point that I'm trying to make right now? Even as a train wreck, She-Hulk was a train wreck. The only people that this show appealed to spent their whole life on social media. And all of those...
Says somebody who has a social media channel and complained about social media engagement. I mean, like, fucking stones in a glass house. All right, let's go.
People that live on Twitter that rushed to defend the show never watched it. It was like CW's Batwoman all over again. Online, everyone's like, oh my god, it's groundbreaking, it's so amazing.
I'm sensing a theme that he doesn't like superhero shows that star women. I don't know. It seems like a theme. Maybe. Okay, let's go.
And literally, The Drinker got more views in 1 hour than the show got in a week. Well, after the dust cleared and the Protect Trans Kids t-shirt lost its Twitter appeal, people forgot the show even existed. And realistically, if they do a second season, it would do even worse than the first season. Because guys like me who watch the show to rip on it won't watch again. Anyway.
It's funny how the whole show was full of incel bait and y'all fell for it. So much so that your reviews of the incel bait like got me tons of different views because you're so fucking stupid. Oh god.
Dan Slott threw his hat into the ring with his brilliant hot takes. Who is Dan Slott, I hear you ask? Well, it really doesn't matter who he is. The only comics he wrote that anyone cared about had good covers or special variant art. That's it, and it's no lie. Dan Slott was behind the Superior Spider-Man. Need I say more?
Actually, the Superior Spider-Man was actually pretty good. It was a deconstruction of what if Doc Ock actually became the Spider-Man. It got so bad that some people he actually got his Spider-Man, the Superior Spider-Man, got his own comic books, and people were mad that he got set back to status quo. Like, oh my god. And Dan Slott just basically did a reissue of She-Hulk's origin story. What is your problem? Just because you don't like the story don't mean other people don't like the story. And this is the shit that I see a lot from these anti-SJW culture warrior motherfuckers. They feel that the world revolves around them and their opinion. And how dare Marvel make shows that don't just appeal to them because they're the real comic book nerds. And if you don't like what they have to say, then I don't know, after you finish watching a Marvel show, go talk to people, go have sex with somebody so they can cry and bitch and whine about the show, who, you know, had a woman that was having sex and having fun all by herself. Like, the fuck? I think people like It's a Gundam, especially this fucker, is mad because She-Hulk had more sex in an 8-series show than he's had in his whole lifetime. But let's continue.
Anyone saying that the She-Hulk TV show wasn't comic book accurate. I'm the guy who has written more issues of She-Hulk than anyone else.
When I think about She-Hulk writers, I think Stan Lee and John Burney. I forgot Dan Slott even existed till he opened up his mouth.
I've read every single comic from every She-Hulk run.
Congratulations, you weren't getting laid.
As Bloof put in the chat, wow, pot calling the kettle black.
What a hero.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
This video is sponsored by Keeps, because YouTube hates...
Please. Okay, let's go.
For the record, it is the most comic book accurate show in the MCU.
Oh, boy. I'm probably just going to read his replies to himself. I'm not reading the mountain of him fighting with people and blocking people. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's not the point. Nobody was arguing that. Yes, they were, a lot.
No, the show wasn't comic book accurate. Eat a dick, Dan. If they had followed the initial run of
Are you just gonna argue about? Oh my god, that. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. He's not gonna make this point. He's definitely not gonna make this point. He's not gonna make this point. Hey guys, who's a comic book fan? And if you want to talk about comic book accurate, and actually compare two different things, we shouldn't have had Infinity War. We shouldn't have had Endgame. That's not how the Infinity Gauntlet played out when it first started. People didn't know Tony Stark was Iron Man until like way years after he'd been living as Iron Man for a while. The Guardians of the Galaxy didn't start out with Star-Lord. Oh god, my brain hurts. Hey, you know what Kamala Khan's real power is? Now, I know she uses time manipulation to send mass back and forth through space, but she's just Mr. Fantastic. Like she's just Mr. Fantastic with a slightly different power set. I mean, like, so when somebody says the most accurate version of the comics, that literally is a motherfucking relative point. Loki doesn't have his own series in the comic books like he did in motherfucking the MCU. Captain America and the Winter Soldier did not happen, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier did not happen like that. There is close to comic book, and there is comic book, and there is relative to what we have. Oh my God. Nobody's mentioned that Thanos was an Eternal. You dumb fuck. Okay. Ran over.
She-Hulk, the first one, it would have established the character for us and made more sense. Also, I don't know, it would have gave the show a plot, for God's sakes. A reason for being, something that was going on. She-Hulk was a show about nothing that had nothing going on. The reason why Seinfeld worked is because they had good writers like Larry David. The reason why this show sucks is because they hired the chick who came up with Pickle Rick, a one-liner. No, we're not doing this today.
Wait. An incel, recluse, maladjusted, stupid motherfucker is claiming that Pickle Rick was bad? Sure. Yeah. Wow. Boy, oh boy. A Rick and Morty reference. Incel is starting to complain that that person is bad. I have no words. Let's just continue.
Not today, Satan.
After posting this, literally got a post starting out. No one's saying the show isn't comic book accurate, pal. Love the goalpost moving, because the whole show isn't comic accurate. Talking point has been going on for months from people who clearly have not even read She-Hulk.
Once again, eat it.
It's the most comic book accurate. It is literally the most comic book accurate. Do you understand what that means? It means that it starts the most comic book All right, let's go.
Dan, the show wasn't comic book accurate. All right, if they followed the first run of She-Hulk, would have made sense. They went right to John Burney's run, right? But here's the thing. Here's a crazy idea. She-Hulk wasn't established by then. You guys rushed her origin to then give her this show, and then they went into sort of like a Bernie style show, but it didn't work.
Okay, so one of the things that I don't get, like, and it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I gotta take that screenshot. I gotta take that screenshot because reasons. What I don't get about a lot of these videos that I see from, It's a Gundam is that why does he always use cross dressers? And I get it. Maybe he thinks low, so funny, haha, so random. But it's just like, no, like, what? Why do you have to use that? I don't get that part. You know what I mean? I don't understand that part about what's so funny about actually a man in drag that you have to throw it into so many of your videos. You get what I'm saying? It's almost as if, I don't know, like the whole Steven Crowder thing, the Steven Crowder thing, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
Work because his run was fun. There was nothing fun about She-Hulk. It was annoying.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. So all of this just feels like projecting a lot of onto me.
What fun! What fun!
Oh my God. What? I hate to be one of those persons. I really hate to be those persons. But, okay, I'm not going to be that person. Tell me you haven't spent time talking to a woman in your life ever. without saying that you haven't been able to talk to a woman seriously in your life ever. This is some shit that happens. And I know, it's a Gundam, as Blue just said as well. It's almost a self-report. It kind of lets us know that if you don't think women are experiencing that, about how, they kind of feel uneasy around some guys, it kind of self-reports that you are one of those guys that they don't feel ease around. I'm just saying, it's self-report. Okay, but let's go.
It was intersectional feminism in your face. I, for the first time ever, hated Jennifer Walters. I hated the show. Everything about it. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Written by people who are millennials and have no creative ability and snag all their little ideas from literally social media. On top of that, the biggest...
Hi, millennial here. I'm 41. You stupid fuck. This motherfucker's around my age. Hi, millennial 40 fucking 1. Well, we'll be in the next couple of weeks. Do you get that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, old man. How old are you? All right, let's go.
Biggest villains in the show were literally online trolls. Get out.
B thinks is that you upset because you're one of them.
Just get... I said I wasn't doing this. Dan Slott and many other comic book writers turned Twitter sweat monkeys have been douchebags for ages. And I do mean ages. Like literally when Twitter started.
Wait, what? How are they douchebags? Because they call you out on your bullshit? How are they douchebags? How are they douchebags? What about them are douchebags? All right, let's go.
They spent more time being political, annoying, and blocking anyone who disagreed.
Comics have always been political, you dumb fuck. Stan Lee literally has made posts about being political. Comics have always been political.
Agree with them rather than writing comic books or doing anything memorable. All right.
Goddamn, like they literally had an allegory for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. One of their main central characters, I don't know, was named after a political fucking party that meant for militant socialism. Marvel has always been political.
Right? Dan Slott has DSP energy. He's a shadow of his former self, which wasn't much to begin with in the first place, who looks for echo chambers to take part in. Since this tweet did well for Daddy Dan, or whatever his name is, i.e. he got more likes and engagement on that one tweet than he's gotten in followers since Twitter was made, he proceeded to beat the dead horse. Like, bro, actually, get a life. But then again, this is the same guy who said Spider-Man's fat jokes were problematic, so there you go.
Your point. People actually grow and learn, and sometimes figure that some of the shit that they shouldn't say is bad, and like, okay, like for people like It's a Gundam, cruelty is the point. They need to be cruel. They need to have somebody to look down on, because instead of looking up to the people that may have some fucked up ass things to say and may do some fucked up ass things to them, they need to look down on somebody to feel better. And again, this is somebody who laughed about a woman who was being abused by a boyfriend, and he just walked by and thought it was funny. But let's continue.
He's gay! God forbid Spider-Man, a native New Yorker, called Doc Ock a porker.
People were arguing the scene where She-Hulk was twerking wouldn't have happened in the comics. Bernie had She-Hulk jump rope in a bikini.
No, she was naked in that one.
Yeah, wow, that's even better. even though Jennifer Walters in the comic books, even in Dan Slott's run, she was a party girl. Oh my God! Jennifer Walters fucked Juggernaut. She stopped the unstoppable Juggernaut. But you're not going to complain about that. She literally was lovers with Star Fox. What? Okay.
See,
Boom. Roasted.
if the show was fun and engaging, it would have made sense. Instead, it's like She-Hulk is this hardcore feminist, but it was like weird how the energy shifts from like the male gaze is bad to look at me shake my ass. Do you not see the problem? That's literally like someone going, drugs are bad, and then they do a line of coke in front of you.
When did she say the male gaze is bad? It's explicitly in the show. She-Hulk was using the form to show how fucking thick and stacked she was. When did she say the male gaze was bad? See, that's you inserting. That's you knowing that you be creepy shit or do creepy shit, and then when you get called out on it, instead of saying, "Oh, she looks nice," and keep going, he's like, I want to stick my tongue. I want to play the three seashells with her white. I want to play the three seashells with her butt crack. You're like, yeah, no.
Do you not understand that? Of course you don't. Keep championing this, Dan, because nobody cares. And the only people who like you literally don't matter, you know?
Block the business.
I mean, like, they're gonna get a second season. Let's see. Let's see. Here. So, may get a second season, may not. People still talked about it. But let's go.
Zillion people today. I wonder why.
Because you're a big Mary?
Today is not a good day to try any wink wink. I'm being sarcastic humor with me. If you somehow got an erroneous swept up in the backlog spear, please have a friend reach out.
Oh, who in God's name? See, DSP Energy. DSP Energy.
Someone says, "This is my third lien on my third account." That's too bad. If you're interested in getting unbanned, email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com and tell me what happened and why you got banned and what your account is. I need all that information.
Dan Slott.
You know what's funny? I actually respect people that do shit live and that actually would engage with people versus motherfucker who sit behind a keyboard with the power of editing a script. And maybe because I tend more towards live streaming than actual video responses in a scripted video, but I have more respect for people that doesn't need the power of editing behind them in order to make themselves sound coherent. But let's go.
Bans you, then you have to like go through all these hoops to send him a personal message or an email as to why you should be unbanned.
Sounds reasonable.
Eat a dick, Dan. A fat one. Jesus Christ.
If I'm caught up in the firing line, your brand of humor is too sarcastic.
Good Lord, you could tell this is a man who's never been punched in the face. You can tell he's got that energy. And there's lots of things I'd like to say that's very New York, but YouTube's new community guidelines. Anyway, if you want.
I mean, like, you can say them. You can say them, it's a Gundam. Why are you such a scared little bitch to say them? Say them. All you gotta do is say them. Look, I do it. It's a Gundam, you're a bitch. Because you're small dick energy. But let's go.
Daniel's helping write this, can I say gay-ass Marvel comic? The Spider-Verse. Ooh, there's like 3 gay people. There's a crippled gay spider person. What is this?
See, why do you have to go to drag queens and performers? Like, not even actual trans men or trans women. You go to drag queens. Why is that your go-to? I mean, like, we know that that's Steven Crowder's go-to, but like he said he's not completely straight sometimes. You know, the Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing. But let's go.
Remember when Spider-Man was fighting Maximum Carnage? Now we got gay crippled Spider-Man.
Mr. Comic Book Nerd. Mr. Comic Book Nerd. Can somebody remind me, is Madam Web a fully autonomous being? Madam Web, like we know the person who also has a spider totem, Madam Web. You know that old chick that actually couldn't get around on her own. That Madam Web. Sure, really, like your point. Spider, one of the Spider-Man across the countless multiverse doesn't have use of all of their, their extremities, but they're Spider-Man. It's comics, dog. Why is that an issue for you? Why do you feel that you need to laugh about it? Cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. But let's go.
What does he do? Fight bigotry and mean tweets? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Good Lord. There was some other one where Dan Slott was whining like, oh, I got rid of these neckbeards who hang out online. Like, no, Dan, I say my piece and I get the hell off the computer like a normal human being. Not only do I touch the grass, I walk on it and I play with a dog on it. Get a friend.
Maybe you should smoke some of it. I'm just saying, maybe touching grass isn't an issue for you. Maybe you need to touch some ass. Oh, who am I kidding? No woman will put up with your stupid ass. But let's go.
Oh, God. I wish Rumble gave me that contract so I could say what I want. When I see...
Yeah, exactly. You're so motherfucking scared to say what you want because you're going to lose money. Where's that free speech warrior at? We know he complained about Elon before and how he can't say anything he wants. But, yeah, no, look. Here's the thing. People like It's a Gundam are just fucking cowards. And they want to keep their audience mad about something. They want to get those rage clicks in and all that other good shit. And I want them to too, because here's the thing. When I make fun of their stupid asses for doing this crazy shit, it's going to be fun. And that's what I'm going to enjoy. And that's what I'm going to like. But anyway, guys, please like, share, subscribe. As with always, I'm trying to make 1,000 subscribers by June the 1st. So help me out by sharing my videos, put it on your social media, your Twitter, your Tumblr, your Reddit, Facebook. Help me out by joining the channel. Anyway, it goes. Thank you for watching, and we're going to cut this video segment here.
If I gave myself the power